Okay, Taurus, this is your January 2017 reading. My yearly readings are already up, so I hope you had a chance to check those out as well. And now I'm going to cut the cards. Okay. Your first card, you have Four of Swords. You have Ace of Wands. And you have Karma reversed. And in some versions of the tarot, the Rider-Waite, this is also considered the Judgment card. So this is also considered Judgment in reverse. This is your past or energy that influences the present. Okay, this is what you're bringing into the month of January. So what I am seeing here so far is one, this Four of Swords, which is usually the card of stepping back, hibernating, retreating. We're not retreating anymore. We're coming into the Ace of Wands, which is new beginnings, a joy and appreciation of life, inspiration and creativity. Aces are always about new cycles and new beginnings. For the same reason, the number 10 is the end of a cycle. That brings us to Karma in reverse. And I think this is interesting because usually this card is about a big decision and starting a new life. Okay? And it's reversed. Karma is about things that go around, come around, the decisions and actions that you've taken in the past usually come back around. But for some reason that is not going to happen just yet, even though you're starting this new beginning. This is going to have an effect on your karma, but not yet. I think it's enough to see that for whatever reason that you were sort of pulling back and in the shadows, that now you seem to have this new inspirational energy. Okay? That maybe you're just trying to stay focused and not think about I think what this means, this Karma card in reverse, is that you're not necessarily being influenced or focused on the decisions of other people as well. Now keep in mind the Judgment card, when Judgment Day comes, there's a resurrection. And I think that will definitely happen. I think the Ace of Wands is setting things in motion for you. Okay? But right now, those big decisions and those big events aren't coming just yet. As we head into the present, and this is interesting because this kind of reinforces what I just explained here. We have the Fool. You see this wand, right? Well, now we have this Fool, which is 0. He's not at the beginning or end. The Fool has no value. The Fool can be anywhere in the cycle, the beginning, middle, end. It doesn't matter. So now, Taurus, you're taking up the wand. You're taking control over your life. And even though he is standing near the edge of a cliff, he doesn't care. And I think in a way that resonates with this Karma card in reverse. You're no longer tied up in what the repercussions are. And that can be a good thing. I think that sometimes we get so muddled in what happened in the past and what other people might think, that sometimes it's good to take a risk. That's what the Fool symbolizes. Letting go and just starting over. So I think it's interesting with these two major arcana cards, Karma in reverse and the Fool. What's becoming clear to me, Taurus, is that this month is going to be about just resetting and not thinking of the results or the consequences. Okay? So this is wonderful. The tarot kind of explained why this karma card is in reverse, even though you have this wand. And I love it when the tarot kind of, everything just comes together, because I'm like, whoa, 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 this is a new beginning for you. But yet the karma seems to be reversed. There's, usually there's a new beginning with karma when it's upright. But what the tarot just explained to me with this Fool is that no Victoria, no Aire. This is about Taurus taking up the wand and striking out without thinking or getting caught up in the past decisions and other influences of other people's decisions or what they're thinking. Okay. The next card is Two of Cups. Water energy. Now, considering this is a love reading, here obviously we're taking new risks in love. And maybe we're tired of the same cycle. Maybe we are tired, going back to this karma card in reverse. Maybe, Taurus, you're just kind of really over being caught up in the same cycle over and over again. The karmic energy that keeps returning. Nothing changes. There's no new day coming. So it seems as if you're stopping, you're just refusing. If not, you will be. I think maybe some of you are starting to refuse, men and women, single or attached. Maybe you're starting to just get tired of the same decisions that keep bringing you the same results. Okay. Two of Pentacles, which is, of course, your energy. Keep in mind, this is all about infinity. There's no beginning or end with infinity either. You're still in a new, life goes on. It goes round and round. And so with this Two of Pentacles, you see this young boy with his back against the water. He's not necessarily focused on water or his emotions, but he is focused on juggling those two pentacles. And you also have two twos. Okay, the duality of life, not circular, which I think is intriguing for you. So this is going to be about embarking on a new path for you, breaking out of those cycles, coming out of the shadows, new possibilities. I have the moon. We're heading into your future here. The moon is in reverse. The moon is always about those subconscious feelings and fears. You'll notice that once again, she has fire. She still has some type of wand in her hand, and she is trying to understand what it is that she's afraid of. She's anticipating something that she doesn't understand. And this can be good when it's reversed, because sometimes we're too caught up in things that we're afraid of. We're confronting our own fears, our own wounds, our own hurts, those psychological issues. Whenever you see the moon, this is about emotions in the subconscious. The subconscious means exactly what it says. These are things that are beneath the surface, that are not visible. Okay? So this is a good thing to do, especially with the energy of the Fool and this Ace of Wands. We're no longer falling into this pattern of being afraid of things that happened in the past, those subconscious patterns that keep leading us into destructive relationships. Okay. And maybe there's going to be a shift with a new relationship for some of you single people where you just want to do things differently. Okay. And so once again, with your major arcana, this is explaining so much because you see the moon is also eclipsing the sun. We have an eclipse here. The moon is significant here, obviously, and the moon is significant here. So these subconscious patterns and desires that we're getting sick of, they're changing with the energy of the Fool and the energy of the Ace of Wands. We're getting right back in it. We're getting back into finding balance. But it's all about love for you. This is why the Two of Cups is here in the center. And I think that using your energy, Pentacles represent Earth, and Earth is your element. I think this is all about you finding balance instead of either being overly emotional or overly defensive and shut off, because Earth signs are so logical. They'll think with their head rules the heart. Okay? And that's always been a struggle for you. You've always been practical. So you're going to find balance here with this Two of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Okay? But also with the head ruling the heart, I think you're also going to understand the reasons why practically you've always pushed away love or done things that sabotage the possibility of love, because you've never let your emotions, you've never connected with your emotions, and you've never learned how to really allow yourself to feel or get hurt. I think that with earth signs, especially a Taurus, you get hurt and immediately it puts you on your guard, which is why this Four of Swords was also in play here for you. I have a Knight of Cups, and he is reversed. Are you pushing someone away? I think in the future, there's someone who wants to bring a cup to you that maybe you're considering. But whatever the case may be, there could be someone in your life, man or woman, and I'm reading this for men and women, especially you single people out there, that maybe someone, this is reversed because there's someone who might be jealous, insecure, possessive. Their emotions, whenever you have a negative of a cup, especially with knights, queens, and kings, there might actually be someone who is displaying the negative aspects of that symbol or that element. So be careful. Maybe there is someone who wants to bring you love, but be careful, because maybe this person, one interpretation that I'm seeing is that this person, they might be too insecure for you. Another thing is that maybe you're pushing love away. You might feel, oh, this isn't for me. This is coming right under the Two of Cups here. The flip side of this is that maybe emotionally you're still not ready. Oh, wow. And then the Five of Cups is reversed. Now, this is interesting because this is usually the card of dealing with loss and coming to grips with loss. Even though you've lost 3 cups, you still have 2 cups here. And this person doesn't see it. There's still something to be salvaged here. So I think it's interesting. The reversal of this means that maybe you're not concerned about the loss. You're still focused on the 2 cups, Maybe you are one interpretation that I'm seeing with all these significant cups showing up, all this water energy, especially the water energy that is still in the Two of Pentacles, and this moon, the images of the moon, is that you are still trying to learn how to balance your emotions in love. You don't want to have regrets, but maybe you are still upside down and trying to open yourself up to someone. It's not going to be easy, but I see a positive shift here in your future. And I think that these Two of Cups and Two of Pentacles are still significant because I think that you're going to be in a situation to where you're going to learn how to balance a new relationship or work through issues in a current relationship. Okay? So let me shuffle for an outcome card. Okay. Okay. Nine of Swords reversed. This is good because it means reversing these fears and worries that were showing up with the moon and showing up with karma. This is about, you see the woman reclining and these swords are hovering over her. And I also think it's good that your swords are reversing in this reading because swords are usually the most depressing cards in the tarot. Most of the swords are about our psychological issues, our mental issues, things that we're afraid of, things we're angry about. And so I think that January, you're consciously, especially with this Ace of Wands and this Two of Pentacles, I think, Taurus, you're consciously making a move to new beginnings. And I think you want a new beginning in love, especially those of you who are alone for now. And I think it's going to be a process in the future of where you confront old hurt, old wounds, and try to push them aside. But at the same time, I still feel that you're going through some emotional ups and downs, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think this Nine of Swords as an outcome card is really a good sign for you because the tarot seems to be saying, you know, you don't have anything to worry about. Reality is what you make of it. And the Nine of Swords is always about the realities that we create. If we imagine a negative reality, then that's what we're going to live in. That's how we're going to conduct our lives if we feel like there's nothing good that's going to happen. Okay? So whether you're single or attached, or even if there's someone of interest, it seems like there's going to be a balance between your heart and your head. And all of the negative things that might have haunted you in the past, you're going to start pushing back and reversing that and just switching directions here. Okay? So, Taurus, that was your reading. And I hope your holiday season is going wonderful so far. Once again, check out my yearly readings and predictions for 2017. And also know that starting in January, I'm going to have a special on my video readings for $15. So check it out, look in my description, or visit tarotbyaire.com. Okay? So have a wonderful New Year celebration, and I will see you on YouTube.